Sorry. Like literally, I started zooming, it crashed
Oh,
everything.
you know why is
So,
that? That is Zoom saying they don't want you to be great. My brother,
what's up, man?
what's up with you? What's up with you?
I couldn't stop yesterday.
I told you, when it reaches to that point, it just feels like, oh my God, like, it, think of like, just imagine you have like a pocket and like the money just flowing into the pocket. That's how it feels. You understand? I'm sure that's how it feels. I'm positive.
Felt good.
Right? I
Yeah.
know it. I know it would. You've now successfully done a 10x on your account, right? You've done a 2x before, so you did 200 to 400, and now you've done 200 to 2000, and that's in how much time?
Somewhere around 2 months.
Yeah. So if we were to do that, we could say, because I know your average win rate is above 80%. I know that, right? Your average win rate is above 80%, which is excellent, right? Um, I don't even think I could get like the average daily gain because they're so varied, right? But definitely that day yesterday, epic day, epic day. And because I think I told you this before, you know that I have problems sleeping. So all 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I awake, right? I just randomly wake up, right?
Mhm.
And I wake up, and when I do that, I'll go maybe pass some water and go drink some water, right? I'll walk around, right? Check on my dog. And once I lie back down, I just pick up my phone and I'll probably just read a few messages or whatever, because trust me, they don't ever freaking stop. Um, and I see 60 something messages in the group. I say, what? Something going on? Because I didn't check the chart, I didn't check the market. I'm not traded, right? Markets didn't have anything for me, so I'm not actively trying to trade.
Hmm.
And I just checked it. I was like, something going on, because for these amount of messages, something happening. So I check. Now I saw your message, but I check the group first. And I see, oh shit, all right, cool. Then I check your message, I see $300. I was like, what the fuck? $2,000 broken. Beautiful, excellent. And when I look at the market, I'm like, personally, I would not have traded it because again, it was bearish. Well, gold is gold I'm referring to. I think he was using BTC,
Correct. Yep.
right? But I was using gold in the last few days. What I would definitely say is the the structure on gold wasn't so I was not trading, and I was really focusing on gold these last few days,
Yep.
right? But that what you did there, bro, there are many traders who could never even dream to do what you just did there, right? Because, like I mentioned to another student, right? It's not that flipping the account is weird, right? That's not weird. Many traders flip accounts. I'm sure. I am positive. Right? I actually considering to post it on YouTube as well. This little conversation here, with your permission, of course. Right? Um, I'm sure that there are people who would listen to something like this and say, "Yeah, I flip an account already, man. I do 200 to 10,000, and yeah." But then the question is, did you lose it? Yeah. The next question is, how did it feel? Did it feel stable? Did it feel like you were doing something you weren't supposed to do?
Hmm.
Because a lot of the time when people are flipping accounts, that's kind of what's going on. They are taking so much risk that, yeah, I mean, the stars are aligned in such a way that the risk plays off. It plays off in your favor, but sooner or later it will come back to bite you in the ass,
Right.
right?
Yep.
And the way that you're doing it, based on the way that I taught you, that's not what's happening. It's stable. It doesn't feel like at any time that it's going to blow up in your face,
Right.
right? And
Yep.
then at some point as well, if it is something is going to go against you, you take a hit, right? That's what I taught you, right? So I'll be honest. I mean, flipping the account is not weird. That's not special in any way. Flipping the account in a stable, controlled, and relatively low risk manner is special, right? And that's what I am sure has you feeling so good about it, because it feels now not just that. it's not extremely risky or anything like that, and it's not going to blow up in your face, but it feels like you can repeat it, you can replicate it, and you can do it again. Let me
Hmm.
ask this: your next target? What do you put your next target? Don't let me put, because listen, before before we say anything, I told you to get your account to $2,000 by Friday.
Yeah.
Today's Wednesday,
Yeah.
right? I told you last week to get your account to $2,000 by Friday. Today's Wednesday, so you are 2 days ahead of schedule. So now let me don't challenge you. You challenge yourself. Where do you think you want to go from here? Where is your next stop?
My next target, I want to see if I can get to 4.
All right. And in what time frame you think you want to do
It's a little bit unrealistic, but by next Friday.
that? It's not unrealistic because again, I remember I told you the sweet spot is above $2,000. Once the account gets above $2,000, it just feels like it. Bro, I'm telling you, I, I, the last time I had a $2,000 account, it took me maybe the better part of a day to get it to 3,000. I'm not even, and I think you saw that. I think I remember showing that, right? It didn't take me that long to get to 50% growth of that account. And again, flipping the account is not special, but doing that, I was doing that stable, right?
Hmm.
You're using the momentum that is in your favor. You're using the conditions. You're taking advantage of the markers of momentum, such as big candles, a lot of them, wicks to the downside if it's a bullish market, and vice versa if it's a bearish one, right? You're using these things to your advantage, and it feels stable, right? It didn't take me that long, so I wouldn't say that getting to $4,000 by next week is not possible, but there's one thing, and let me see if you're aware of this. There's one thing that could stop it. What is it?
Well, the market could stop me.
That's it. That's it. If the market conditions are sufficient for you to do it, there's nothing stopping you from doing it, right? Because you remember, you set your risk. You could decide how big or how small you want to go in, and whatever risk you're comfortable with. And that's something I want to talk about definitely, right? If anybody's listening to this, right? That the days of where people say that you should risk 0.5% or 1% or 2% or whatever, the days of those things, in my opinion, are done. I think you should risk what you're comfortable risking, right? Because in my opinion, you shouldn't be doing trading full time only. I don't think that that's something, I don't do that. I am not a full time trader only. As you know, I have multiple things that I do, right? So I
Yeah.
don't think you should be relying on a forex income to say that you only have this, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and you're dead. You're dead in your water. I don't think that that's something you should be doing. I think
Right.
you should, if you want to risk a little more because you want to make a little more, I think you should be able to do it. You get to control that. Now, notice the wording I use it. The wording I'm using is control. So I'm not saying to go balls to the wall, and because trust me, I am sure you could use the momentum of today on BTC. That these last one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, maybe the last 10 candles or so on the 50-minute time frame. I'm sure that that's enough momentum for us to use. I'm positive because I've done that, right?
No.
And I could take that momentum with enough risk and fucking make a lot of money. Eh? I could make a lot of money with that structure. But the kind of risk I'm gonna have to use in order to be able to achieve that is not worth it, right? So again, the market conditions do dictate how and when we could actually fire up, right? But generally speaking, bro, I mean, if you want to go for $4,000 next week, why not? Challenge yourself, right? Because your goal is, we know what your goal is, and I do think you are able to do it. I do think you're able to get it, and I think you could do it, right? Because last few weeks, last few months is case in point. You have done it,
Hmm.
and it didn't feel as though it was forced. It didn't feel like, you were jumping off of a ledge or a bridge or a mountain. It felt controlled. And that is what
Still complete
I think
control.
is yeah, I think that's the biggest and best thing about this. The fact that it was under control. Right? Share the screen. Let's take a look at it quickly.
Still up. Is that what crashed? Ah, that's what crashed. Let me bring it back up.
Was that Zoom?
MetaTrader crashed.
Oh, you know why? You know why? Because there's too much fucking fire in there. That is why. Right? That's why, yeah, it had too much fire in it. I said, hey, too much. Let's just get out of here.
The
Listen,
bag
I'm
is too
telling you, I
heavy.
think I was that.
The bag is too heavy.
Yeah, this is too much, and we can't manage this, right, bro? I'm telling you, I think you've seen this. There will be things that are going to be thrown at you, right, to try to keep you down. Listen, a good trader cannot be kept down. And I know a good trader when I see one. And I think I'm still looking at one. I think you are a good trader, right?
Thank you.
I genuinely do. I mean that with all my heart. And I'm not saying that just because I taught you, because remember, I could teach you the world. Doesn't matter. It's what you do with the information.
Yep.
You
Can you see it?
understand? Yes. So I'm looking at MT5. This is a live account. PU Prime Limited. Right. And the balance is $2,030. Madness. Madness. Right. The history for today is $310 profit.
Yeah, I got it felt like it was changing on me, so just got out. I was like, that's I'm done for today.
So and that's so make this full screen for me.
I'll make this part.
Oh yeah, we can do that too. So we're showing the losses as well, but look at this. This is brothers. Oh god, I feel like I'm looking at my own traded here.
Yeah, it's
Oh
just
my
one the price action was so fast, even though I said take profit, it ended
yeah.
up negative. And then the last three, I was just like, I'm done.
So what is the win rate for today? What did you
It
calculate
was
it as?
96.8 or something like that.
Bro, like I'm telling you, you need to be on an interview for these kind of results, bro. I'm just saying, right? Because like I don't think people realize that trading, like, and this is completely manual trading, right? There's no bots, no EA, nothing like
All
that,
my
right?
fingers and hands. Yep.
All your fingers and hands. Like, bro, I don't think people realize what it is you're doing here and that it's actually possible, right? And when people like see how I'm doing it and doing exactly this, because I mean, again, you see me do exactly this almost every single day, that there is momentum. When people see me doing it, it's like, nah, that can't be so good. I'm telling you, I have people message me like, you can't be that good. You can't be that good. But again, if I have students replicating the results, what does that say?
Means you're that good.
Right? It means I might be that good, right? Right? No, but I mean, bro, this is amazing. This is legitimately amazing. Even your risk, I'm looking at the lot sizes. I think I see 1.08 in here so far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I yeah, I did a point oh 0.09. So I'm really
point 0.9
keeping my eye on the the
margin percentage.
the margin. Thank you. I was thinking health meter, but the margin level,
But
and
it's the same thing. It's the same thing
it was
as we know, right?
16. It was still 1600% at 9.09.
Wow.
So I thought, okay, I can do point oh 0.09, and but I was like, I'm not doing any more.
When you open the point 0.09, what did it go down to?
It went from 1800 to 1600 or something
Oh,
like that.
wow. Wow,
Yeah,
wow,
so
wow.
I still had quote strength left.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And what was the drawdown number at that point? Do you remember?
One 105, something like that. It
Right.
never
So
it never
100 and
went it never went below. I think the max was 113,
right. So let's just say $113 drawdown. On at that point, the account was like what size?
close to 2000. I think it was
So-
18, 19, 1900.
Right. So that's 113 divided by 1900, which is 5% drawdown, which is, bro. I mean, some people look at that and that's crazy. But again, you remember, as we mentioned, in order to flip your account, some risk needs to be incurred, right?
Mhm.
And I mean, if it is within the constraints of your control, by all means, bro, by all means, more power to you. This is epic. This is epic, right? So let me ask this. What do you think your margin percentage would be like now at 0.001? Because you start at 0.001, right? 0.01.
Yeah, it was like 13,000% or something.
So you see, remember I was showing you like with the 50K account that I had, well have, right? The 50K account, like I opened 0.002 and my margin requirements are like 900 and something thousand. You understand why, right? Because as the account grows, your margin percent requirements, they also grew. right?
Hmm.
And the more money you have in the account, the easier it is to grow the account. Now, thing that obviously, I mean, is obvious, right? Obviously, you have more money in the account, you have more money to play with, you have more money that you could use. But
Hmm.
I don't even think people understand truly how to use it in relation to how to use your margin because people don't understand that there is a way that you can manipulate the numbers to suit your narrative and the way that you approach what did you do. And the fact is that you figured it out based on what I taught you and it's working. And that's epic, bro. So next up, $4,000.
Yep.
Next up, I see no reason why I can't do it. However, what I will advise you to do is pull a little bit from it, if even it's $50. 30, where you got to 20, 30, let me see where's the balance.
Oh, it's expanded too much. It's 2030. I can't get
Take
to
30
that
from it.
tab. Oh, there it
Take 30
goes.
from it, reward your family. Remember why you're doing this.
I can't get out. I
You
got
have
stuck
anticipate
in
mode
game
on.
mode. There it goes. Yeah,
Yeah. So
2030. Yeah.
20, 30. Take out the $30. All right. You don't have to do it, but my recommendation is to do it. Take that $30, go buy some food. Go carry them for ice cream. Remember I made you do that before, right?
That was fun.
You have to
Yeah.
remember, and it felt good. It felt good, right?
Yep.
It felt really good, I'm sure, because you're paying for this now with internet money, magic internet money, right?
Yep.
Right. Yeah,
It's all
I'm
free
telling you,
money.
it's pretty much free money. If you know how to utilize, you know how to take advantage of what you see, you're paying for this meal or this reward or whatever with magic internet cash, right? So
Yep.
take the $50 from it. In my opinion, that's what I would do, right? And treat them again. You understand? Treat them again. Like,
Yep.
did you show your wife this?
She knows about it. Yep.
No, no, no. Like, she knows about this, like, where you're at now.
Yeah. That's all I talked about yesterday.
What did she say?
She's still amazed. But she said, "Wow, it seems like you finally figured it out."
Mm, so, and do you concur?
I totally agree. Yep.
So that's excellent work, bro. I am ecstatic for you. I was talking to another student this morning, and I told them that one of my other students made $300 this morning. He's like, bro, the fuck, that's nothing for you. I'm like, yeah, that's nothing for me, but I have a student that's doing that. When I told him what the balance was, he's like, yo, what the frick? That's crazy. I was like, exactly. You understand? So it is amazing. These are amazing results, bro. And I, I'm just ecstatic. I'm pleased because I know that I've done what it is you've came to me to achieve. You understand?
100%. Yeah, I
So,
mean, totally turned me around.
and in a very short space of time too, right? It was like
Yep.
what, like 5 months, you said?
About 5 months. Yeah.
5 months. Yes, epic, 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 bro. So next up, $4,000, sorry. Um, and yeah, by all means, bro, more power to you. I am 100% in your corner here. You have my support, and I don't think I have anything to add, bro. You have any questions?
Nope.
Of course not. Why would you? Why? Why would you? What question? Matter of fact, you should be asking me what questions I have. So, bro, excellent work. Excellent, excellent, excellent work. I am ecstatic, as I said. I can't say that enough. And yeah. So if
Yep.
not, I think we will take a look at it again next week
Yep.
and see how it goes. Same place, same time.
Yep. Cool. Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah. Peace out, bro. See you soon.
See you soon. Have a good one.
Peace.